Born in Ottawa. What was childhood like?
Childhood was great. I'm from a single parent family, so I don't want to say a degenerate, but I'm a kid that grew up just trying to find his way. Honestly, I loved hockey, loved all sports, football, baseball, soccer, loved it all. But growing up in Ottawa, it was awesome. Great friends. We're all big hockey players, and being in Canada, obviously, was kind of our motto. But no, I'm very fortunate. Had a great childhood.
Was there another sport that you played that you were like really good at, or?
I was probably a better baseball player than anything. Okay. If I had to be like really honest, I played football. I was a quarterback. I was really small as a kid. I didn't grow till I was like 17, 18 years old. So, football wasn't my calling at all. I loved it. I've been an NFL fan for years and years. New York Jets fan, like through and through. I know that sucks. Like that's like the epitome of a loser. But if we get Deshaun Watson, different story. But
Fuck,
baseball,
I feel your pain. I'm a Bengals fan. I'm right with you.
Hey, you know what? Fuck you, because Andy Dalton has cost me more money than any person in this world in my betting life, and I do it for a living now. But that guy's cost me more money than anyone in my life. But I was a really good shortstop, good pitcher. Not good enough now that I have friends like Ryan Dempster that played for the Cubs and won World Series, and Kevin Millar. I've played baseball with them after life, current life. But I was a really good baseball player, but certainly I made the right choice.
And Dempster's a good kid from around here too, because we're all from Vancouver. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, great dude.
Yeah,
great dude.
Okay. Did you have any nicknames? I'm sure you had 100 of them. And was 36 your favorite number, and why?
My favorite number growing up, honestly, was like 7, 14. I went to junior, I got 14. And I wanted, like, I always loved 9 or 7. But I got to Buffalo. First I got to junior. To me, it wasn't about the NHL. It was about making junior. And I was fortunate enough. I was a small kid at 14, 15, 16. So to make junior, I was there, and they gave me the number 14. I was like, oh, fuck, cool. I got a number 14. I made it. I'm here. Beauport, Quebec City. We're all good. I get to Buffalo, and I'm not thinking about making the team. I'm just trying to survive. And at a training camp, I get the number 36, and I make the team. I'm like, all right, cool. 36, not really, I have no identification to the number at all. I like 9, I like 14, whatever it may be. But at that time, 9 was taken by Victor Gordiuk. The other numbers were retired. I was like, 36. So Victor Gordiuk doesn't make the team the next year. And they're like, do you want number 9? I'm like, fuck yeah, I really like number 9. Like, I love the number. Now, I always identified myself as a skill guy because I scored growing up and in junior, but realized once I got there and Pat LaFontaine and Alexander McGillney, I wasn't going to be a skilled guy, but I still love the number 9. Then I was like, you know what? So many people bought my jersey with the number 36 on it. I'm like, fuck, I'm sticking with 36. I'll make 36 a number, and you know what? Now that I have it, I love it. And my son's funny because my son wears the number 9 now, which is my number, what I loved, but it's 3 plus 6. I know you guys aren't great at math. You're from Western Canada. You're all good.
Hey, we're the good side of Canada.
Yeah, you're not in lockdown.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even have snow.
Smart bastards.
Yeah. Hey, how many fights have you been in practice?
Practice, I'd say NHL, probably 5.
Okay.
Maybe 6. Junior, probably 10 total. And they're not bad. Like, I watch people talk about fights in practice and them have their opinions. It's emotion, right? Like, when you lose, like, multiple games in a row, you get upset. You get angry. You want to win. So I always watch and I view the media point of view saying, oh my God, there must be a problem within the locker. No, it's just guys wanting to be competitive. So I fought with my best friends, Rob Ray and Brad May, Marty LaPointe in Chicago. They mean nothing. They mean that you really care about your team at the end of the day, in my opinion.
Well, hey, Ryan, let's hope that our Canucks have a fight in practice pretty quick here because we're in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
You have my boy Justin Bailey.
Yeah.
We do. Growing up, who did you look up to or try and play like?
You won't believe this. You guys are too young, by the way, but Matt Snaslin. Do you remember the name?
Yeah, of course.
I do, 100%. Played for the
number
Canadiens.
26. Yeah, number 26, Montreal Canadiens. A small Swede. Like I said, I always identified myself as an offensive guy, and I always was as a kid. I don't think I had the elite skill as I developed through. I scored in junior, 111 points in junior, but it's junior. There's a big difference between scoring in junior and scoring in minor hockey and scoring in the pros. I arrived in McGillney and Howard Chuck and Pat LaFontaine. Those were our guys, and you realize, holy fuck, these guys are fucking good, man. Like, they're a lot better than I am. But when I was a kid, I identified as a skill guy. I think we all do. We all want to emulate someone that scores, right? So for me, it was Matt Snaslin. I was born in 1973. My brother was a huge Montreal Canadiens fan. And I loved him. I loved the way they announced his name when he scored. I love the skill that he played. My favorite line growing up, as non-patriotic as it is, being Canadian, my favorite line I've ever watched play is the KLM line from Russia. Krutov, Larionov, and Makarov. I grew up idolizing these guys, just watching the skill level they had. Even watching them as a Canadian, I was like, wow, they're fucking good. So I've always identified like that, even though I didn't have it. Certainly love that style of game.
Okay. Did you have any rituals?
Yeah, I guess I did. I'd say for me, it wasn't a ritual. It was more a creature of habit. And if that makes a difference, either which way, always put everything on the right skate, right leg, right arm before the left. But I don't think it wasn't like I was like, oh, fuck. If I put my left skate on first, I'm going to have a bad game. I was never that guy. Now, I watched several guys that did that, and they're like mentally fucked if they did anything out of the norm. To me, it wasn't, oh my God, I have to have my coffee at 5:02. I have to have this. No, I just, creature of habit. I got to the rink really early. I was always the first guy. If I was the second guy there, did it ruin my game? No, not at all. I just prepared it, the same way and different time. And I went about my business the exact same way. So no rituals, just probably creature of habit.
Okay.
What was Kasparaitis like in the dressing room? We had him on last week, and your name came up a few times as well. And he was telling some good stories. Can you tell us a good one about him?
Well, he married a stripper. I mean, first and foremost, he married and probably divorced a stripper. I don't even know the end story, but I love Casper. He was he was fearless. Crazy. Playing against him first and foremost, you always knew where he was, right? Like, you knew he was going to come across, he's going to try to hurt you, and he played hard. Playing with him, and I played with him in Pittsburgh, I played with him in New York, both times. He's a great teammate. He will do anything for anyone. And I'm talking teammates, coaches, training staff, people that work in the building, whatever you want, he will do for them. That's how good a guy he is. He was just a great hockey player, a first-round pick. So many great stories, so many funny stories on him. But I just loved being around him. Honestly, he was always fun. Whether we were on the road and he gave up drinking, he'd come out with us, whatever it may be, and we'd laugh. Here's what I can tell you: always about him. He played hard. he never cheated the game, and he was a great teammate, first and foremost.